What's up, guys? Nick Rapazzi here. Welcome to the Paradise C6 YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be working on the Corvette. We're actually gonna get back to getting the lower radiator support removed and getting the new one in. So this way, this weekend, me and James are all set up to do the turbo manifolds and start welding and fabricating and all that stuff. It's gonna take probably a good solid like 3 or 4 days to get everything right, make sure everything fits. We're fitting a bunch of stuff that doesn't belong under here, so at least we'll be in a good position to start up everything and start running lines for everything and having the turbo kit go smooth. But something did show up this morning, and so I want to unbox it. This is the Rocket Bunny wide body that we bought for the 260Z over there. And so it's all packaged up. I'm gonna put you guys into a time lapse, pull all this stuff out, undo everything, and then we'll throw the fenders on the car and see exactly what this thing's actually gonna look like. I'm just gonna tape them on just to get a feel for what the body's gonna look like on this, and when we start doing some body work and getting this thing together. So let me take the tarp off of that, get the fenders on, and then we'll unbox all this stuff. Everything unpacked. Thankfully nothing is damaged. I was supposed to sign for this, but they just ended up leaving it at the front door, so it's a plus. But so this is a Rocket Bunny replica kit. It is not the real one. The real one was like $4,500, and this one was, I think, $850 I paid for it. It was like $900 shipped. And it's basically the same kit. We're gonna see how the fitment is. I'm gonna tape these up on the fenders just to see what it looks like. I'll come out and put the hood on as well and see what we're looking at with everything. But overall, everything looks pretty decent quality, and I can't wait to just mock this up and see what everything looks like. So put you guys back into a time lapse. We'll mock all this up, and then we'll see what it looks like. All right, guys, these batteries keep dying on these damn GoPro with the cold. But as you guys can see, the fenders are all mounted up. Everything's it's kind of crudely where it's supposed to be, because we have to cut some of the metal out behind it for it to fit flush and fit perfectly with the body lines and everything. And you can see that we got to cut like 4 or 5 inches of metal up. Same thing with in the front, but you can see exactly how much wider we're going to be making it. It's literally like 5 or 6 inches wider. You guys can see with we go from the front because the sun's right in it. But with the wheels, it's going to be 4 or 5 inches wider. And for this being like an eBay aftermarket kit, everything seems to be fitting pretty well. And sure, we're gonna have to trim some stuff down and prepare this for paint and everything, but we do have a lot of body work to go through on this, and I can't wait to cut a lot of this metal out and make this fit a whole lot better. But that's a test fitment. I'm gonna pull all this stuff off, put it away, and then we are going to get back to working on the Corvette. So let me put all this stuff down and away, and we'll get back to it. All right, guys, so I'm just going under here to check and see what's what under here, and it looks like there's a 13 mil up there. The other one's a 13. And then the only other thing that's really hooked up, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's that 13 mil bolt right there that's holding the horns on. And it's looking like these wiring harness things are ran under those bars. So I'm gonna have to end up cutting the side bars that are on here to get this thing out. So I'm just gonna lower this down. We'll cut those bars, get the wiring harnesses fed through, because it's the same thing on the other side over there. And it looks like this thing will drop right down with those two 13s. So let me get to that point, get this thing hanging down and supporting the radiator. And then we'll get this thing all bolted up. And I'm hoping with fixing this issue, as you guys can see, the sway bar pretty much rides right on the radiator fan here. So I'm thinking once this is set where it's supposed to be, this will get that off of it, because you can see that weld's broken completely off right there, and it's only being held on by the bar, which is about to break off as well. So let me get these unbolted, and then I'll check in with you guys when we have this thing pulled down a little bit. All right, guys, so that side basically fell off. The other pedestal, as you see that was on there, came off with the bar. And then this one I just cut and moved out of the way. But as you can see, 3 out of the 4 pedestals on this thing were cracked and broken off. So this thing was pretty much doing nothing whatsoever. Right here, this is usually supposed to have like a guard that goes across. I don't know what the hell it's actually for, but that broke off a long time ago. And that's what this part is that's under here. This is the bolt that held in the horns, and then this is the bottom parts right here that actually hold on to the bumper itself. And this one doesn't have the bolts in it as this one does, so we'll be pulling that apart. All right, guys, we're getting ready to put these back in, or put this one back in. Just want to put this side by side of these on here, and you can see where it broke off here. But we're gonna throw this up. I'm gonna put the wiring harness on top of this bar, so this way, if I ever do have to take this out, it'll be simple and I won't have to cut anything. So let me get this thrown in, and then we will get the header flanges, turbo manifold flanges bolted up. And I think that might do it for today. Me and James are gonna start at like 10:30 tomorrow, so we'll basically get right into us welding up all the turbo. And I already can tell that the radiator and everything is off the sway bar, so that's nice. It's not going to crack any of this, and the old one must have been so fucked up that I didn't even notice it was that bad. It also does look like this is a lot higher than the other one, maybe like an inch or two instead of being like straight on the ground. So hopefully that helps with this thing actually breaking again. Hopefully this doesn't happen again, because I want to spend $300 on that thing again. But tomorrow we're gonna get the manifolds on. I'm gonna build like a almost like a shield thing for this to move these out of the way. We're mainly gonna focus on that side, getting these manifolds done to get the crossover, because it's gonna be super simple to get this side done. And we basically just have to go down around the trans tunnel and over to the other side. So that'll be the main focus, and then getting the turbo mounted up and the downpipe and all that stuff to fit together, because we're gonna have a 3.5 inch, and I kind of want to leave a little bit of room to eventually go to 4, because the new turbo that I want to get after all this is set up is a 4-inch exit exhaust. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm gonna end it for today here. Super excited that we got everything in. The radiator sitting where it's supposed to. We could build the brackets to hold the intercooler And then I'm not gonna put all that stuff together down there because I wanna leave that side open. And I might end up moving the horns on that side just so we can get the intercooler piping to come through that hole right there. So that'll be tomorrow's fabrication and everything set up to get all that stuff done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, super close to that 2K mark. And if you got any questions on what we're doing here, leave the questions down in the comments below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.